Hello, my name is Joseph Patterson, and I'm wondering how much do you know about the UIC? I'm going to tell you a little bit about us in terms of what we stand for. So first and foremost, you might want to know what our vision is. Our vision statement is very simple. It says a Jamaica that brings out the best in all its people. In other words, we want to create a Jamaica that's going to bring out the best in all of us. The current system that we have in place does not do that. In fact, it brings out the worst in us. So it's very important that we have a vision statement that captures really what does this party, this movement want to do. You might know that the UIC is not really a political party in the general sense of the word. We are a party because the current system requires us to do so in order to get in government and to transform it into what we want it to be. So the UIC is going to move us away from partisan politics to a more consensus building, Afrocentric type of governance, which is not based on divide and conquer, which is the colonial way, but is more based on policy instead of party. Okay? So first thing is to know our vision, and our vision is a Jamaica that brings out the best in all its people. So that's number one. Number two, you want to know what our core values are. What drives us? What makes us a movement that is worthy of your time, your talent, and your treasure? Our values can be listed as follows. 1, individual liberty. 2, personal responsibility. 3, equal opportunity. 4, equal rights. 5, equal justice. And 6, a safe, clean, and orderly society. And finally, a free and fair market society. Let's think about those words carefully. What does it mean when we talk about individual liberty? At the very core and foundation of your human existence is your desire to be free. And so the UIC begins with that as the foundation for our political movement. It is to secure your freedom, to ensure that you are free to be the best that you can possibly be. So the laws and regulations of the country must be such that they do not infringe on your ability to fully self-actualize. It doesn't mean a free-for-all though. So you can summarize it like this. You are free to do whatever you want with your life, your liberty, and your property, provided you do not use force or fraud to infringe on the life, the liberty, or property rights of somebody else. So we have defined your freedom carefully in a way that even a child can understand. And then we're going to ensure the laws and regulations are there to unite us as a people, but liberate us as individuals, as communities, and as a country, and empower each and every one of us to achieve our maximum potential. That is how we're going to create a Jamaica that brings out the best in all its people, by first and foremost recognizing that you are a sovereign individual. So a UIC governance model will protect you from any form of government or any government that comes into power that wishes to violate your fundamental rights, such as freedom of speech, freedom of movement, freedom of association, freedom of choice. You might recall the UIC stood up firmly for you during the COVID period to ensure that the government did not have a free hand to engage in draconian measures that would undermine your bodily autonomy, your personal sovereignty. The UIC is big on protecting your individual rights. We're the only political party in Jamaica that is so focused on you as an individual, protecting your rights and ensuring that nobody, not even the government, can violate your rights and get away with it. For that to happen, you need some of the other elements we're talking about here. The second one says personal responsibility. So while we're going to protect your right to individual liberty, your freedom, we also want you to be personally responsible for yourself, for your choices. So we're going to set up an environment that will empower you, but we believe in you being personally responsible. So personal responsibility. We're going to have a Jamaica where people actually take responsibility for their choices. But at the same time, you're empowered to make good choices. Third element is equal opportunity. Jamaica has always operated on a master-slave economic principle, meaning that you have a few masters and many slaves, or for example, people working at low wages and kept that way because those who control the political process, the PSOJ oligarchs who funded the two colonial parties, are able to get laws and regulations passed to keep down and suppress the small man. We are going to do away with those laws and create a framework, create an environment of equal opportunity. So whether you're born poor or rich, whether you're born into connections or not, you're going to have an equal opportunity to actually realize your full potential. A part of making sure that happens is to return to you the land that was stolen from your ancestors. So we're big on land reparation. We're also big on an education system which fully funds you up to the highest level that you can attain. So as long as you have the ability to move up the ladder, the system is designed to fund you, if you need it, all the way up there. So we're going to make sure that at the basic school level, it's no longer what it is. It must be a high quality education product that allows those who go in at 3 years old to come out at 6, having really good core competencies in language, arithmetic, comprehension, reasoning, logic, and most importantly, a proper understanding of themselves, of others, and money. That will follow them through to primary school, again, where we're going to put real primacy to make sure that we have high quality basic, high quality primary, high quality secondary. This means investing in our teachers. High quality teachers being paid at a level that respects the fact that our teachers are responsible for the society that we create in terms of the quality tuition that they give to our children. So education is going to be given primacy. And what's going to happen here now, every child will therefore receive the nutrition, healthcare, education, and housing that they need to succeed. Just like how Singapore, much smaller than us, about the size of St. Thomas, was able to make 93% of their people homeowners, we're going to do the same or better in Jamaica through a non-profit form of housing that will allow the poorest of us to gain access to a quality, decent resident so that they can live and care for themselves and their family in a way that brings out the best in our people. Another key area of our core values is equal rights. So nobody, not even the head of the country or the papa on the streets, must be denied any of their rights. Your rights must be protected at all costs, and it's the same rights for everybody, rich or poor, black or white, religious or irreligious, the same core rights administered through a system of equal justice. For justice to be equal, it has to be accessible. So we have to ensure that the poorest of the poor can have access to the best judicial representation possible. Then, of course, all of this must lead to some fundamental things. Another one of our core values, a safe, clean, and orderly environment. It is in such an environment that you can achieve your maximum potential. And that is why we're so strict in the UIC on creating a Jamaica that is safe, that is clean, that is orderly, beautiful. We want to make every community look, smell, and feel like a tourist resort for we, the people of Jamaica. And then, of course, we can invite the tourists to join us. And finally, we must have a free and fair market economy, truly free, even for the small man, not just the big man. And it must be fair in that the regulations must be designed to protect the small man from the big man and give all of us an equal opportunity to make something of ourselves economically, financially, and of course, socially. The UIC is committed to a new Jamaica, one Jamaica, united, strong, and free. I'm Joseph Patterson. and I endorse this message. Thank you.